Welcome to Inside EMS, your gateway to the extraordinary mission of EMS, where stories of faith and action come to life. From bustling cities to the most remote villages, join us as we journey alongside our dedicated missionaries, witnessing the transformative power of their work. Allow us bring you face to face with the victories and challenges of our mission field. Step into a world where hope meets action and faith changes lives. This is Inside EMS. Hello and welcome to Inside EMS, where we embark on a transformative journey through the hearts of missions and evangelism. My name is Second Samchi Kesher and I am your host. And today we have with us a missionary couple who have dedicated their life spreading the word and the gospel of God and making a difference in the hearts of missions and evangelism. Though Nigerians, they once served in the Ghana field and now they are back to Nigeria. But before we get to meet them, let's embark on this break. We'll be right back. Imagine a community where clean water is a luxury. Children walk miles to fetch water that isn't even safe to drink. EMS of ECWA changes their story. We drill wells and boreholes and distribute water filters, turning the dreams of safe, clean drinking water into a reality. Join us in writing the next chapter. Support EMS today and help us to make a difference, one soul at a time. Welcome back and thanks for staying tuned. This is Inside EMS, your one and only window through the heart of missions and evangelism. Like I said earlier on, we have a missionary couple with us and they will be sharing their experience with us in the Ghana field. They were in the Ghana field, but now they are back to Nigeria serving with the Government House Chapel. Let's get to meet them. Hello, sir. Hello, ma. Welcome to Inside EMS.
Thank you very much.
Please introduce yourselves.
Okay, I am Reverend Benjamin Nadabo, the chaplain, Plateau State Government House Chapel.
And I'm Catherine Benjamin Nadabu. Thank you.
Okay, so how long have you been back to Nigeria?
Yeah, we returned to Nigeria sometimes in 2018. If I'm not mistaken, to be precise, September 6.
Okay, so when did you go to Ghana?
We arrived Ghana in September 2014. So we spent 4 years serving as missionaries in Ghana.
Okay, 4 years in the Ghana field. Okay, so how has the experience been in Ghana?
Yeah, every field comes with its experiences and challenges. Let me, having said so, appreciate God for the opportunity and for the experiences we've had. As tough and as difficult as they were quite transformative in the sense that our lives today are better.
Yeah.
So while in Ghana field we had a lot of challenges. Actually, the story is not new. Many people who have served in cross-border field will tell you about peculiar experiences, peculiar challenges, peculiar difficulties. This is associated basically because of culture shock.
Yes.
You have a very wide culture difference,
yeah.
because you are in a foreign land. So the experiences have been both good, bad, and ugly.
Okay, so what are some of the good, bad, and ugly experiences?
Well, let's start with the good. The fact that we had people who were receptive to the gospel,
Okay.
those who avail themselves to be sources of support and assistance with the work that we brought, that we came with. So that was one good thing about it. So we had people that God had sent, both the Ghanaians, and we also had the foreigners too, whom we had to had engaged in the work. Even the relationships and all that, it helped. So I think that's the good side of it, and some aspects of the missions of the strategies we used.
Yeah.
Some instantly worked, some did not work for a long time. So the ones that we engaged in, that okay, we had a very swift, a positive response to it, actually enabled us, encouraged us. While there are times where you try and try and try and get so much,
So frustrating.
yes. So and the ugly side is there is that, what do you call the word, the suspicion that the Ghanaians
Yes,
have
the
against Nigerians.
Okay.
So that actually was one of the challenging,
Stereotype.
the ugly side. The moment you are Nigerian pastors, they give you there's this tough resistance. So you're unable to just say whatever or present whatever you want to. So that's an ugly side.
Is that from your own side?
To add, starting with the positive side, at least the fact that you are in a new country,
Yeah.
it's
It's
already
a new
a new
experience.
experience and a positive experience and a good experience. And truly, as my wife just mentioned, the fact that there were people who were truly receptive to the gospel, and much more others who were ready to support you achieve what brought you, what took you there. So that was a good experience. And of course, the experience associated with learning new things, new culture, new ways people do things. These are all experiences. And of course, we met a good number of Nigerians over there who were quite supportive and encouraging. And it seems sometimes we are better Nigerians when we're outside the country. So that's also a very good experience for us. Let me leave that there. Talking about the ugly, she has mentioned part of it, which basically has to do with the preconceived notion, the average Ghanaians, and we understand foreigners generally.
Yeah.
But for us, the Ghanaians, they have a very bad stereotype concerning Nigerians. So generally, because of the nature of Christianity in the southern part of Ghana,
I don't know.
people have a lot of suspicion about church and pastors, though it's so to say a predominantly Christian nation.
Yeah.
Yet there is a lot of suspicion.
Suspicion.
This is because of the kind of Christianity you have there.
Yes.
It seems everybody is in
And the
church
way people
business.
practice religion these days.
That's right. So they just want money. It seems the pastors just want money. So everything is around money, money, money. So a good number of Ghanaians have raised suspicion on that. Now you are there as a pastor, and then you are in Nigeria. It seems you have double tragedy before you, because on one hand you are a pastor,
You're a
so you are
pastor.
being resisted because of that. On the
Yes.
second hand, you are a Nigerian.
Nigeria.
So you have a very double case to attend to. So it has been a very terrible situation for us. So it took time for us to really gain some level of trust, about 2-3 years later. So that was quite
That was
an
almost at the
ugly,
tail.
yes, that was quite an ugly situation for us. You go out to preach and they will accept the gospel. In fact, they will just do what you want. When you want to take step further to disciple them, that's when you start understanding that they don't trust you, though they prayed to accept Christ by your leadership. So it's a very funny experience. Then we have what I will call the bad experience. Now, just trying to differentiate ugly and bad.
Yes, I'm bad.
So I see the ugly as a little less evil than the bad.
The bad.
So we had very bad experiences actually. The first one was the disappointment we got in relation to our place of residence. EMS got us a 3-bedroom flat, and we began to live. Within a short time, we started having problems because our landlord didn't keep his part of the bargain. Yeah, so that became a problem. Within 4 months, we had to live there. That was a very bad experience for us. The second bad experience is the fact that we bought land. We do due diligence, engage lawyers to give us direction and everything. Yet at the end, the land had issues. So, of course, the Ghanaians told us that there is hardly a land you don't pay twice. So, but we said no, we will not pay twice. So we are ready to fight it. So, but when we were set to fight, it was just less than a year for us to leave, unfortunately. But we thought that the promise to resolve the issue by those who we bought the land from could be achieved. So until it was almost late. But anyhow, we had to go legal over the matter. So that was a second bad experience. A third bad experience was an armed robbery attack. As bad as Nigerian has been, we've never experienced that. Or rather, as bad as Nigerian is, set to be. So, but over there in Ghana, we had robbery attack. So we thank God anyway for sparing our lives in all ways. There was no brutalization in any way, but it was actually very traumatic, very, very traumatic. So, but we thank God for His grace. I think within a few months we recovered and got back to business, what took us there. So that was equally a very terrible experience. The fourth bad experience has to do with church split. So this particular Ghanaian, after we have built the church to a particular level, he was part of the foundational activities and work. So having been introduced to him by our then coordinator, telling us that they will be helping us, their guardians. They had worked with one time ECWA president, Reverend Gado, to be precise, and all of that. So we are very happy. This particular one, they are twins, but this particular one that worked with me is called Pastor James. So we started together from onset. So after about a year, I felt I should hand over the church to him. More so that we had to relocate because of what I just mentioned, issue of residence matter. So we handed over the church after about a year. So, and the church was growing very powerfully, but he began to manifest certain attitudes we felt are inconsistent with what is scriptural, what is fine. So I had to take steps to give query and all of that. That led to suspension eventually. So, and he decided to resign and take half of the members of the church away. So that was also a very bad experience for us, and actually the worst for me, because having gathered a good number of people, the church was growing powerfully and with younger people, with all zeal, and then that happened. So these are the 4 key bad experiences we've had. So I don't know if my wife has anything to add on that.
Okay, Bonnie, in all the good experiences, in the bad and the ugly, it all, at the end of the day, it ended in praise.
Yes, it did.
Okay, you talked about strategies. What are some of those strategies you used?
First, the strategy we had engaged several strategies. One of it was one-on-one evangelism. We would move from house to house and just talk to them about Jesus. Secondly, there's this a pack we usually hold, I think monthly, or occasionally we hold an outreach, a crusade. So that was a strategy also that drew people to himself. The one other major one that actually started membership into the church was Children Bible Club. So we would organize children. Children their hearts are open and free. So we invite them to the house. We invited them to the house, share the word of God, dance, pray, share biscuits and things like that. And they will be very excited. And then find time, teach the word of God, memory verse, recitation and all that. So that was one very key strategy, because many of the parents, even those who were not so keen about joining ECWA because it was a new denomination. We had even gone to preach to the parents, invited them to come to church, but they were not willing. But they would allow their children to come for a Bible club. So, but many of them, from the life of their children, the transformation in the lives of their children, they decided to say, "Hi, I think there is something that these people are giving that we trust." So they now decided to join the church. So the Children Bible Club was one of the major tools that actually started the church in Ghana. So I think that was one strategy that we used. And we also used movies. We would organize a monthly movie time for the youth. This one is so we would have these Christian, usually Mount Zion movies or some of these Christian movies, invite them and then play movies and then just use the opportunity to preach. So these are some of the strategies we use.